Hello, everybody. We're here for the seventh labor of Hercules. The seventh session of the finals of the U.S. Bridge Championships. It's been a very exciting match so far. Only 14 imps separates the two teams. North-South can make 4 hearts here. Kevin Bathurst does, in fact, bid at 4 hearts. At favorable vulnerability with the 6-4 shape, it's many ways. 4 hearts there have many ways to win. He has a good suit and 6-4 shape, so even if his partner doesn't show up with much or has a misfit, he won't go too many down. And when you have a limited opening bid on your left and a mixed raise on your right, your partner should have a few points.
Good morning, Josh. And good morning, everyone else.
Hey, Mike. How's it going? What country are you in these days?
Just a harder diamond and a spade to lose here, so this should be 10 tricks.
As you all see, the Jack of Clubs is coming down, but he doesn't even need it because the King, Queen of Diamonds were on side. Hello, Kit.
Can you all hear me?
Loud and clear. Eric Rodwell upgrades his chunky 15 count to a strong club. His only alternative would have been a precision 2-diamond bid here.
And that was probably why he chose to open a 1 club. His partner just won't be able to handle a 2-diamond bid.
And plays, say, a club, and what do you want him to do? He's just he can't get to he just can't do everything he needs to do. I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're right on a double dummy basis, but on a single dummy, what will he do? And if he plays a diamond, will it be obvious for Bathurst to go up ace even?
That's true. If Bathurst ducks the diamond, then he's definitely a chance.
Well, playing a diamond really doesn't seem that attractive. It just looks like he should sort of just be playing for a 3-2 hard split, playing simple-minded game. And with the clubs good, but possibly a stiff club out there. This wasn't the start I expected, I will say that. Why is he doing this? Anybody have any idea?
Well, if he now, I don't know why he's done that, but if he now plays a heart to the 9, he maybe is a chance.
Well, if he plays a heart, I don't think Moss should duck. It's usually right not to duck in this sort of position.
Declarer does have one big advantage here, that he really hasn't revealed anything about his hand other than no slam interest opposite 4 hearts and 8 to 11 or 8 to 10 hand.
Good play by Moss. It's always right to split here once it goes ace and a heart, because you just know Declare is not going to let it float. Not going to go up king. I still don't understand that club play, though. What was the purpose of it?
Yeah, I seriously would have just been banking down the ace king of hearts and hoping everything breaks.
Oh, you might have chosen to play a heart to the ace and a heart off and put in the nine if they don't split. Now you've got some real chances. They are in four hearts in the other room, by the way, but plays on the other side, I think. Yeah, it's played from the other side with a diamond lead, so we'll get a comparison. At any rate, I don't see how Rodwell can make from here, and the contract might make at the other table, and if that happens, we have a very close match.
Somewhat surprisingly to like me, and I think Kid as well, they've reached four hearts in both rooms on this board, so it probably won't be a swing.
Well, it's not going to be, because in the other room, the Claire misguessed the hearts also, even after being in a much more favorable position with diamond to the ace and diamond to the king. He then led a heart to the king, so now he's slated to go down also. I think Rodwell's just sort of conceding down one at this point. Moss is trying to decide whether to cash his case heart or to lead the spade through now. I think he should lead the spade through now in case Declara has the ace of spades and his partner the king. Anyway, whatever happened, it looks like down one for a push.
I find it sort of amusing that both tables just did that game there. You've got 22 high card points, not particularly well-fitting hands. It's 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 the way of the modern game, I guess. But it seems to me unnecessary to bid not ball games on any excuse.
Well, I think the real problem with it isn't so much the one club did, it's making a positive response on a flat hand with an ace and a king. I just don't think that's necessary. It looks like they're going to crawl into 3-note trump here. Uh, 4 spades can be beaten with a heart ruff. 3-note trump, however, looks pretty cold. Well, actually, not completely. And a diamond to the ace and a diamond back, Declare would have to guess the diamond. Bathurst deciding whether to rebid his spades or bid 3-note trump. I think with the stiff king of diamonds and the spade suit, which sort of can take care of itself, probably 3-note trump's the percentage action.
Well, let's see if they find the heart ruff.
Turns out same auction in both rooms. So it's all on whether they get the ruff or not.
I'm betting on a club lead and score it up.
I'm betting on a heart lead.
Well, your bet wins.
I think they should. I think they should. I mean, a heart lead's a lead with a plan. A club lead's just a lead with a, well, maybe partner has this and what have. Ace of hearts led in both rooms. Note Bathurst concealing the deuce of hearts. I don't think it's going to work, but it's a good try. So once again, we see 3-note trump beating out the 8-card major suit fit. This happens so often at Inst. So on this board, Nextroth will open a diamond, and I think they're going to bumble their way into a rather unsuccessful 3-no trump contract. Oh, I'm sorry. Bathurst beat the Nextroth to it.
It's interesting that they play 2 clubs as the cupid here. I've been told they play transfers here, starting with 1 no. So 1 no shows clubs. 2 clubs is a transfer cupid.
Hard to believe Rodwell's taking this long on this bid. I mean, he's just making a valuation go one way or the other, it would seem. Unless possibly Rodwell's passed and or done something and Bathurst is considering bidding. No, that's not right. North and East are on the same side of the screen, so it is Rodwell. Bathurst has to feel that defending two hearts isn't going to get him a good result. The question is it worth stepping out to try to get a plus score out of it?
Well, he's walked into the fire here.
Well, Rodwell's certainly going to pass this, but I think Bathurst will get out of this frying pan. Actually, maybe not. He knows his partner has five spades and presumably four hearts. So spades might be the best fit from his point of view. Except there's the principle that which I often follow, that when two people don't think that we're going to make a contract, and I'm one of those people, it's time to run. At the other table, by the way, they were in three-note trump with a very helpful king of spades lead. And that could allow them to make it if they guess the hearts right, which they quite likely will when they see what's going on in clubs. There's one very interesting point which might not be obvious, and that is north and east are on the same side of the screen, and the tray was over there for quite some time, but neither south nor west knows who was thinking. It could have been either player from their point of view. So, while both south and west took aggressive actions, they don't know whether the huddle was by their partner or by the other guy. Reno Trump did come rolling home in the other room. So Mextrup and Rodwell are going to need a big plus score to even come close to getting even.
Guys have been summoned over to the other room to help out commenting there, so have fun here.
Okay, enjoy yourself. Well, so Bathurst did decide to run. Moss will obviously hit three diamonds and be pretty happy he's got a three-card support for one of the suits. Could have been a lot worse. I think next drop will double this based on his club holding. Nope, he chickened out. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. No, he did double. Take it back. So, what tricks can declare a take here? Roughly 6 diamond tricks, and that's about it. Probably. Seems to be a fair guess. Rodwell must have a pretty good idea of the distribution at this point, I would think. Nothing else really makes much sense, but how he should defend is not clear. He decides quite reasonably that cutting down on the roughs is even more important than giving his partner a spade rough. The only problem with this defense is that Declare still gets the one rough and dummy and will now score his king of spades. So it looks like Rodwell would have done better to give his partner the rough and then let the defense lead a couple of trumps, holding Declare to those 6 trump tricks. Now he gets 6 trump tricks and the king of spades. I can't really imagine what Moss is thinking about. I mean, it just looks like rough a heart, ruff a club, ruff a heart, draw the last trump, cash your king of spades, and be happy you're down two. I mean, sorry, Bathurst. There just doesn't seem to be anything else left of the hand to do. And maybe he's looking some way to finagle a club trick out of it, but I don't think that's really possible. If this really happened, Mextruth just totally fell asleep. So that's a very unexpected 11 imps for diamond in the match tightens. This looks like a pretty normal one-note trump overcall, and who knows what Bathurst is going to do opposite that. Well, I thought it was a normal one-note trump overcall. I do not understand the logic of passing, I will say that. Three-note trump for north-south is easy. Five clubs, there the opening lead would be pretty important. If the defense got a couple of spade tricks, five clubs wouldn't make. Otherwise, there'll be a discard on the ace of hearts. Well, now this is amusing. Right, well, his best suit is clubs, but he doesn't really want to defend three clubs doubled. And he doesn't want to play in three spades either. Oh, Serena Trump went down at the other table. That's right, with the clubs 5-0, I guess the defense can take four spades and a club. I wasn't looking carefully. Oh, this is very interesting. Are you still there, Michael, by the way? Or am I the only one making a fool of myself? Well, let's see if Moss has something to say about this. It wouldn't surprise me if he does. If next drop tries four hearts, which he might, Moss will definitely have something to say about it. Very good. And it looks like after this hand is over, we are going to have a new leader. The only question might be is by how much? And the answer is by a lot.
Hi, I maybe have been having some problems. Kit, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear right now. First time in about 10 minutes, however. Looks like you've come back in time for a very big number. Unless you know what you're going to lead, but we'll give Brad a pass on this one.
Okay, I can hear you again, Kit, which is nice.
And I can hear you also. actually turns out to probably be a good lead because it doesn't let Nextroth score a small ruff, which a club lead would have done. Nextroth needs every small ruff in his hand he can get on this hand. Of course, Nextroth has no reason to think that the heart's a 4-0. And Moss has enough power to be doubling on anything. And by that 10 of spades play, Nextroth lost his chance to score 4 spade tricks.
Yeah. As you say, though, he didn't know the hearts are 4-0. He does now, but he'll be regretting the way he's played this hand at this point.
That is a mild understatement. This point is just going to continue spades and say, here, go ahead and play the hand. I could see the defense taking 3 diamond tricks and 4 heart tricks for down, what is that, 4?
That doesn't seem at all unrealistic, actually. I think you're right. A spade exit. I think you're right. A spade exit's best.
Well, it's certainly going to be down at least 3, so that's going to be at least a 14 at swing.
Actually, once you're going for 800 and teammates are going plus, it doesn't matter that much at imps. At rubber bridge, it would be a huge difference between 800 and 1100, but at imps, the imp scale tends to flatten out the really bad scores.
Yeah, except you don't know your teammates are plus on the hand at all. So, every 300 might count a lot. Seems like Moss should know the whole hand, basically. Well, not where the king and jack of diamonds are, but the distribution, he should have a complete lock on by now. And that should make it clear to lead a spade whatever's going on, I think. Oh, wait, I see. He's considering leading a low diamond to knock off what he thinks might be the entry, the queen of diamonds, before declare unblocks the spades. Ah, that's what his problem is. So he really, if this partner had the jack, I guess it would have to be the jack 10 of diamonds, and declare the king of diamonds, then that would be the right defense probably. You think
Tom
that's it, Michael?
Tom Townsend is suggesting that perhaps from the opening lead, Declarer thought the spades were 5-1, and that's why he was eager to play a trump.
Oh, I think he's eager to play a trump just to draw a trump. I mean, for all he knows, Moss is doubling on some high cards with ace doubleton of hearts. And that's the only entry to dummy that Declarer has. But I do consider Moss's problem interesting. It looked like, what is he thinking about? But then we're sort of biased because we know what the diamond position is, and we know that dummy's dead in the spade suit, but Moss doesn't really know that. Well, he got it right after all that. Moss certainly likes to see that card come out of the dummy. Now he knows what's going on in the diamond suit. Declare is struggling to get as many roughs as he can. But if Bathurst continues diamonds, and he certainly should, then the defense will win the trump end play battle.
The hazards of modern viewgraph commentary from home, among them is a cat has decided to be in my lap and has decided that the cord from my headset to the computer is some sort of serpent that he must kill.
But Bathurst didn't get it right. That's poor. He should know this theme of when there's a trump stack against the trump stack, you don't let the other guy get the small roughs, you get the small roughs. Well, wait a minute. I guess the defense can still do it. If Moss wins, if Moss wins the ace of diamonds, diamond to the king, now club through rough over rough. No, I'm sorry. No, they can't do it anymore. Oh yeah, fourth diamond through, rough over rough, and Moss exits with a club. They can get their 1100 still. I don't know what he's thinking about. He has to know the whole hand now.
Wait, ace of diamonds and a diamond, it'll get rough to dummy, declare rough to club to his hand, and that's not 1100.
They're still getting all their tricks. Like they can't possibly score more than one diamond and three trumps in here, and they're going to get those. It's going to go diamond, diamond.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot there was still another trump in dummies. They can't get the third diamond. Never mind. Okay, so it's just always 800. They couldn't do better than that. Half asleep here.
Still a fantastic result for the diamond team, who has just taken the lead on board 35 and 36.
What this shows is just how fast the imps can fly. It could look like, oh boy, a comfortable lead, 20 imps, nothing's going to happen, and boom, 2 boards and you behind. Well, it's certainly hard to fault South for thinking he can make 3-no trump.
So we'll get to see how North-South handle a very strong hand opposite a very weak hand in their version of Big Club.
I don't think there's really much to see. South's just going to bid 3-no trump, period. He can fiddle around all he wants, but he's going to bid it.
And had I opened 2 clubs and heard my partner make a very weak double negative, I play that as like less than a queen and a jack, I would consider giving him an out below 3-no. I would bid 3 diamonds in a non-forcing sense. So
that's
just
just great. I mean, if you can't make 3-no trump, you're probably not going to make 3 diamonds. You just can't do that. You can't risk that loosed hand when you have a hand like this. No way. You'd be betting 10 to 6 odds that you can make exactly 9 tricks in diamonds, but not in no trump. I don't agree.
That's true, because most of the hands that make 3 diamonds are going to catch some diamond support, in which case maybe you take 6 diamonds and 2 clubs and a trick on the opening lead.
Exactly. That's why you have to play this in 3-no trump.
Well, the defenses help neither side with the 9 of clubs lead. I suppose eventually they can start getting their long clubs set up. Declare has no dummy entry, and will presumably win the first club and play 3 rounds of diamonds, and East will be on lead.
And then the defense runs the clubs, sets them up, and on the 4th round of clubs, Declare is squeezed. And I think that's going to hold Declare to 7 tricks. Actually, Declare can do it, but he has to duck the club, win the 2 clubs, play Ace, King, and a diamond, and then guess right on whatever gets returned. He's not going to do that.
That's still only for 1 down, though, right?
Yeah, well, he can't make. And basically, he's going to get end play to begin with, and then he's going to get squeezed, if the squeeze even matters at that point.
Well, when the defenders clear the clubs, he's going to take his diamonds and its curtains.
That's down 2.
I don't think the defenders will have any issues discarding down to winners.
Well, actually, they might. Look at West's problem.
Well, he has to come down to 4 cards, so he's going to come down to one of them will be the Ace of Hearts, and one of them will be the Queen of Clubs, and 2 of them will be a Queen and a Spade.
Then if the Declare exits with a low heart, what happens? Then I guess East is squeezed before south, so it looks like he can get out for down one.
So
I didn't really
that
think he'd be able
down
to.
to 2 hearts and 1 spade, and then if declare exits the king of spades, east wins, and it seems almost like there should be like a crisscross squeeze by the defenders here.
Not really,
no,
because West is squeezed first.
Maybe West needs to not hold his club winner.
Well, then they just get end play. And there's no crisscross squeeze, because when declare exits with his jack of hearts, that breaks up the entries for the crisscross squeeze, basically.
Yeah, so West is, in fact, I was mistaken that they will have no trouble coming down to winners. They will have no trouble coming down to sufficient winners to get a plus score, but it is possible for declare to escape down one if he reads the ending correctly.
Now, East is wondering whether to shift to a heart or not. If he does, then declare is going to have to guess the hearts, or go down at least 2.
He knows declare has the ace king of clubs for 2 tricks, and 5 diamonds is 7. So he needs his partner to have one of the high hearts for the defense to have a chance, or the ace of hearts and the king of spades. So in a sense, he knows that there's definitely heart help for him across from the table, or the hand is pretty much done.
Yeah, but suppose declare has, say, the king queen of spades and the king jack of hearts, and he leads a heart and declare guesses right. Now the club trick, they don't get the club trick.
Well, that would be bad. But it seems like you're of a sure thing to establish a club trick.
Well, but if you don't have an entry to it, it won't do you much good. And if he does shift to a heart, I can't imagine declare guessing it wrong. I mean, Rodwell would be nuts to underlead the ace of hearts at this point. That could cost the contract.
Yeah, Kit's right. East can count that's 9 tricks for declarer if he underleads the ace of hearts. So that he can't have done that. So Rodwell should play a club.
A little disheartened by the table talk where they have to rush through a touch and go defense because of the clock. At the late stages of a finals of a national event, I wish that that was less of a concern for the players at the table. I do want them to play quickly for our sakes, but for the sake of bridge, I don't think it's healthy.
So he did, in fact, put down back the heart. Wow. I guess he worked out that it probably couldn't cost. He must have gone through quite a bit to get this whole position. It still seems like Bathurst has to get this right. I mean, how can he underlead the ace of hearts? I mean, among other things, for all he knows, Bathurst doesn't have a guess. Bathurst could just have King Doubleton of hearts.
Well, if Bathurst puts up the king, he is in danger of going down extra tricks.
Oh, no kidding. Then he does get squeeze end played.
I think that costs him 2 tricks if he plays the king, not just one.
Right. Well, he talked himself out of it somehow. And here's the squeeze end play. Down 3. Oh my goodness.
That's 4 down now.
No, it's going to be the same 3 down.
No, that's 4 down. He's going to have to make another discard on this next heart.
Well, now he's just down to winners. No next heart. The North's heart is good.
Sorry.
Well, Rodwell must have the count now.
Wait, after if Rodwell cashes the ace of spades, he can tuck dummy in with a heart to end play dummy.
Yeah, that is 4 down. That is 4 down.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
And why not? He came this far.
Well, he didn't do it at the end. Even when he knew the whole hand. Wow. Everybody falls asleep.
I think after all, he did all the hard work early on in the hand and then just sort of played a little too quickly when in the end position.
I think you're 100% right.
It's
Still, that's the first imps for Nickell this set, and it's back to a 6-imp match.
Oh, there are a lot of imps riding on that guess in the heart suit, that's for sure. Now, I'm amazed that Bathurst didn't open this a weak 2-bid. I would think, with favorable vulnerability, this would be anybody's weak 2-bid, not just mine.
Too good for some people, Kit.
Oh, yeah, right.
The description on their card of the week 2 just says 5 to 10, usually 6 pieces. Second seat, but at favorable. This seems pretty normal.
And not opening a week 2 makes life easier for the opponents, as usual. They get to describe their hands first.
Yeah, well, one thing is clear. If you're going to bid on the south hand, do it on the first round of the bidding. So doing it on the second round of the bidding, you achieve very little.
At the other table, they did open a week 2 bid and played it there.
What do you think about the 3 heart call, Ket?
I think East has a fine 3 heart call. Oh, West made the call. I see.
I think many standard bidders would pass with the 5-3-3-2 hand and the defensive values, and then the 4-3-3 hand with 4 trumps would be the hand to take the push if anyone does. So it surprises me a little bit. Mac has a lot more experience in these hands than I do, so I'm not going to begrudge his judgment here. It does look like 3 hearts has a great deal of play. but is not cold.
I don't understand the play at all. Yeah, at all. It's just basically a violation of the law of total tricks completely. And if Rodwell has one less heart, it could be off by a mile.
Potential small swing to the diamond team with two spades was down one at the other table by Levin and Weinstein.
Well, they haven't beaten three hearts yet, have they?
They have not.
I guess they.
If you held the West hand and your right hand opponent opened two spades, would you take a call there?
I think it'd be a close decision, frankly. Probably I would pass. You're right. Moss certainly got off to the most effective lead, and I think now careful defense should defeat this a trick.
South has all the right little bits and pieces that North needs, just enough. The Queen and Jack of clubs and the 10 of diamonds. I think for safety they need to rough away the Jack of spades as a threat.
Well, he probably doesn't think his partner has a six-card spade suit. Who did?
Well, then he probably thinks he's just getting a spade rough.
Well, that's why he went up ace of hearts, perhaps. Which will be all right for the defense also, I think. Yeah, that's the whole thing he's playing for. And South's 10 of diamonds is going to take the last trick when he tries to squeeze. Actually, that's not what's going to happen. Declare will probably win the club, cross the dummy with a heart, rough a club, and lead a diamond to the 9 just to make sure he gets out for down 1, since there's no real play to make.
Well, South is already. If South had the king of diamonds in addition to 6 spades, king 10, and Declare will think you would open a week 2. If North had the 10 of diamonds also, he would be legitimately squeezed, right?
Well, first of all, the defense would be pretty bad if that were the case. And if you could judge whether the King of Diamonds would make a difference as to whether South opens a week two or not, then you understand his week two's philosophy better than mine.
Well, I don't, because that would have been a week two for me. I would have thought it would have been a week two for him. So I don't claim to have that sort of second sight.
Anyway, whichever line he took is going to be down one, and that's exactly what it was.
Well, this hand looks like a pretty exciting board. There could be a lot of bidding here.
Both sides have two losers in one suit, so no one can make anything higher than the 5 level for sure. But yeah, a lot of shape about, and North-South have the most of the cards, and East-West have most of the shape. Always the sort of hand that gets interesting.
Well, with East-West making 11 tricks and hearts with just 13 high card points, and North-South not making more than that, deal belongs to East-West, interestingly enough.
East-West making how many tricks and hearts?
11.
What 11 tricks? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I forgot the clubs were all good. However, it was misjudged by East-West at both tables.
The auction was identical at the other table, and there's really no hope for an 11th trick, even on a friendly lead.
You said for an 11th trick? He has 11 tricks, doesn't he?
I'm sorry, a 12th trick.
Actually, maybe 5 hearts was going to go down on 2 rounds of trumps, but only 1 down.
It shows that when you're void in their suit, it seems like it's always right to bid one more than you think you're supposed to bid.
Well, earlier the 5 level belongs to the opponents, but the exception is when you have extreme distribution, particularly a void in the trump suit. It's often right to indeed bid 5 over 5.
Interesting that Nextroth chose to make a takeout double holding 5 spades and 4 clubs. And normally you'd have the opposite shape, I would think.
Looks like the takeout double is the better path to compete, since it catches his partner with 5-card club suit. At least on this hand.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. I know if I made a takeout double, my partner would have 3 spades and be wondering why we weren't playing our 8-card spade fit.
So it looks to me like this is sort of a touch and go 4-heart contract for North-South, East-West if they do choose to save in 5 clubs at equal vulnerability, will get punished for their efforts.
I can't imagine they're taking a save with flat hands. And in fact, 4 hearts did go down in the other room.
There's neither East nor West is taking another bid on these cards, surely.
North's minimal, but with primes and a stiff club, he can certainly consider bidding game.
I'm actually kind of surprised that South just didn't bid game himself. I believe that's what happened at the other table. Well, on an uninterrupted auction, a diamond, a heart, 2 hearts, 4 hearts. I suppose having the natural 1 diamond opening bid opposite your King Jack small is a good fitter. But North's indeed bid game, so this contract's the same at both tables. And we'll get to see if the Queen of Spades may help declare in the play.
Well, remember at the other table there was a raise to 2 hearts, which was often on a 4-card suit, whereas here South knew he was getting only 3-card support.
Sorry, I'm hallucinating. I thought West led the Queen of Spades from Queen Jack. He's led the Queen of Clubs, which doesn't help declare particularly.
Interesting. I mean, it wasn't actually South that bid game. I think South didn't intend 3 hearts as an invitational move. I think he thought he was just competing.
Yeah, I said at the other table South bid game, having gotten what might have been a 4-card raise. So, how's Declare supposed to play this? Ace of clubs, ruff a club, and diamond of the jack, maybe? I don't know. He doesn't want to ruff those clubs and dummy, but there's nothing else he can do with them is the problem.
So he's going to lose 2 diamonds and a heart, and really the question is whether or not he can avoid the second heart loser. And
I think the bigger
force him to ruff clubs.
I think the bigger danger is that he's going to get the 3rd round of diamonds roughed after he guesses the diamonds. And he will play a diamond to the jack because there might be Queen Doubleton on side.
The entries are a little tangled because Declare actually would like to play diamonds after hearts if he could, but he doesn't have the entries to ruff 2 clubs and then later make a late diamond play. West past hand is showing up with King Queen of clubs. If you think that the Ace of Diamonds is there as well, it's not going to have very many other high cards. And maybe you do place the Ace of Diamonds on your right, if you're depending on where you need to place other cards.
Yeah, except you don't know. You might have 2 heart losers and the diamond be your only play. They didn't play it this way. Play a diamond at the other table. They started with Ace King of Spades and a spade ruff, but I don't think that's right. My Bathurst's liking my line of play. I'm sorry, they did play a diamond, and East went up ace, amazingly enough, but at the other table, but to clear a misguess later. Well, this would be one hell of a guess if he guesses it right, that's for sure.
Even if he guesses it right, he's not home yet. He still has to make a good guess on the trump suit.
I know, I just can't imagine getting this right. I mean, just to totally give up on getting out with one diamond loser, when it could certainly be the case. Wow.
It's not just queen and one. You could have ace queen small of diamonds on side.
That's also true. And why not?
And it certainly has to be your best play for the contract. But he's in the tank, so he's considering alternatives.
Wow.
Well, after that, he might as well claim he's certainly going to get the hearts right if he's this good.
So rough the club now, surely, and then ace of trumps.
He's not doing this. He's playing along cross-rough lines. Actually, that makes sense, come to think of it. I think.
I think he's gonna. This trick is gonna tell him the shape of the entire hand. So
that's for sure.
He'll know.
And he'll just have to read the end position at the end. That's all.
He's gonna know West a passed hand with a king queen of clubs and the queen of diamonds by the time he has to guess the trump suit, and probably and the jack of spades. And if he had the king of hearts too, he would have probably opened light one spade.
No, he's better off than that. He roughs the spade, roughs the club, cashes the ace of hearts, and exits with a diamond. What are the opponents supposed to do? I guess they can play a club. He exits with another diamond. Now East will be in, and at trick 12, East will be leading a low heart. We're still going to get down to the guess. Do I have this right? Is that the way the sequence is going to go?
I think it is, and I think Declare will be armed with enough information to get it right. After all, he's come this far in the hand guessing everything right. It would be a shame for him to get the end position wrong.
That's certainly true.
Is there anything to be said for leaving the ace of trumps in dummy, Xing with a diamond first? I think you get actually a legitimate trump promotion that way. You go down.
No, I think he's doing the right thing. Assuming that East doesn't have the ace queen of diamonds, which he's obviously assuming.
I think once he roughs the 10 of spades, if he leaves the ace of hearts in dummy, if he exits the diamond leaving the ace of hearts in dummy, West can win the diamond, put dummy in with the ace of hearts, and now the jack of trumps is legitimately promoted, right?
Well, that East has to discard here. East can't hold everything.
Well, East's going to throw a club here.
Then there's not going to be anything to promote.
No, if declare ruff the 10 of spades and plays a diamond, West wins the queen of diamonds and exits a low trump, the dummy, and the diamond from dummy, which is the partner's winner. You're right. It doesn't matter.
I mean, this is the end position that we anticipated coming up. Well, it's not like Nickell can hide anything. Boy, that took him a long time, didn't it? Wow, is all I can say.
He had anticipated the end position. Well done to Bathurst and the Diamond team. A hard-earned 10 imps to extend their lead to 20.
Sure came out of nowhere, didn't it? I'm still just amazed that he went with a play like that. Seems so much against the odds.
When your opponents play like that, it is hard to win.
So this is a penalty double now. Nickell's not going to be pleased with that.
We saw before a balanced hand run to 2 clubs on shortness and with relatively short clubs. I have a feeling that they may just conventionally run to 2 clubs on all of their balanced and semi-balanced hands.
Yeah, but now what happens? Nickell's not going to sit it, and the doubling is going to start. My God, this is going to be a bloodbath, I think.
Although if your 2 club bid is artificial to cater to whatever partner doubled one no trump on, are you really supposed to run from it when there's a takeout double made?
Well, the problem is if you don't run, what's partner going to do? Partner might have 4 clubs and just shrug his shoulders and sit, and you play in a 4-2 fit. Oh, I mean, maybe North won't sit the double. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Having said that, also, if you are going to run, shouldn't you run by redoubling? Isn't that more flexible on those West cards?
I agree with that.
Oh my God, and they wound up playing with 4-2 fit of all things. They couldn't even find their heart fit. This is really ugly. Or at least it looks ugly. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
I think I
think ugly is the right word.
Nickell is going to wonder if it's too late to go back to 1 no trump doubled.
It's interesting, this set. So we've had, this is the 11th board of the set. We've had 5 flat boards, 1 small swing in each direction. I think we now have 4 large swings to the Diamond team, and they're going to have gone from being down 20 to up 30. And not really that much has happened. Like, a lot of the boards have been flat. It's not like one team had it all their own way, but just a couple of boards go your way, and suddenly it's a lot of imps.
And you get off to the most effective lead also. Actually, maybe it's not that good a lead, strangely enough. because the roughs with a natural trump trick, and I think at the end Bathurst may get trump cooed. And if that's all the case, does this stupid contract make? No, that can't be.
I don't think so. He has no entries to the West End. If the defense just keeps trying to just play a diamond and pin him on the board after play ace hearts and a heart rough and after the trump, and let Declare play black suits from the board. The three of hearts spot may be a little hard to read, but I think the auction suggests that West has heart length, so maybe he'll pick up the three deuce doubleton. But Bathurst is considering his options very carefully here.
Well, what's plan B? I guess he could lead back a trump.
Well, after the last board, he probably feels like he's floating on air and can play double dummy from here on out.
Well, he knows his partner has every high card, that's for sure. It seems to me he can. Well, if that's not the heart position, what is the heart position? If Declare had the nine of hearts, wouldn't Declare have played low from dummy? And if his partner had the 10-9 of hearts, wouldn't his partner have led the 10 of hearts? So I think the heart position has to be this, if you think about it. Am I missing something here?
No, I think it's an inference people are quick to miss that the honor plate from dummy can be consistent or inconsistent with certain holdings that Declare would have in their hand, and that when you deconstruct those, it can really help zero in on the different possible holdings partner can have to make the opening lead. But when you look at the opening lead of the three, there's only one doubleton holding it can come from, so it's natural to think that the opening lead of a three is from a three-card holding, not a two-card holding.
Well, actually, it could be from a four-card holding is the relevant thing. It might be from a four-card holding from the Queen 10 and Declare just misguessed the trick one. That's possible, I think. Now, this Declare has 9 doubleton of hearts and the partner, the Queen 10 3 deuce. I think that would be consistent with everything we've seen. It's not the Queen 10 3 deuce. I mean the 10 6 3 deuce. I think that's consistent.
So South will eventually, I assume, realize that partner doesn't need any entries to his hand, so it's okay for him to play the ace of hearts, give his partner a heart ruff, and allow North and East to sort of play ping pong on the black suits for a little while, and eventually West will score his trumps.
Well, that's true unless his partner has four hearts.
Well, South holds the Queen of Hearts, so the four-card holdings that include the Queen of Hearts can be excluded from his consideration. I think the diamond amounts to the same.
I was thinking partner could have four hearts to the 10. That would be consistent.
This is sort of effectively stripped North of one of his exit cards, because when he roughs a heart with the King of Diamonds, he'll no longer have he'll have to play a black suit. So it may just be that if partner plays ace of hearts and a heart, that North should be discarding on that trick.
Oh, no. North's going to rough. He doesn't know what the diamond position is. For all he knows, his partner is Jack third and is just scoring the trumps separately.
So North end played here can play ace king in a third round of spades and put the end play back on dummy. Now Declare will have a spade trick in, and he'll have a club trick in, and two trump tricks eventually. So he's got two tricks, and he'll take one more trick in each black suit is 4, and two diamonds is 6, and that results in down 2.
Yep, that looks like what's going to happen. Boy, what a swing it would have been if Declare had the Jack of Spades in this position, though. Declare could have won the Jack of Spades, cashed the 9 of Hearts, club to the Queen, Ace of Clubs, and the club through, making the hand.
I wonder if maybe exiting with the club honor would have safeguarded against that, since you could prevent Declare from getting to their hand with the Jack of Spades then. And if partner has a Jack
I know.
of Spades,
I was wondering that myself. He played the spade pretty quickly. I don't think that he worked it all out. If he had exited with the club, I think that would have been just down 1. So he took the winning action.
On this slide, the cards of the plays were equivalent, but it may be an opportunity for a very thoughtful play missed.
Now wait a minute. Hold it. Oh, Declare still gets the trump coup. Hold it.
I think they've just misdefended in this position.
What do you want him to lead back? Oh, he leads back a spade and his partner pitches a club. Oh, yeah. He did just misdefend, didn't he? Or partner pitches hard. Yeah, wow. You're right. He did just misdefend. That's pretty silly. So what do we think the result on that board was?
The view graph operator said Mextrith knew the position, confirming the trump coup. So it may indeed have been that defense took place at the table. Perhaps a sign of fatigue.
No, I don't.
distributional
I don't see
dynamite
the
on
results. I don't see the results scored yet. That's why I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, it's not showing up on the score sheet yet. Uh, this should be an exciting auction north-south here. It looks like you're going to have to guess the diamonds correctly to make any slam, be it in spades or hearts. The club can get one diamond pitch from north, giving you a pure guess if you're playing the hand in spades. At the other table, Declare 11 just guessed the diamonds right in the end position. He roughed two hearts and dummy, drawing trumps along the way, played off 3 rounds of clubs, pitching a diamond, and led diamond to his king to take 12 tricks and 6 spades, and a potential pickup for the Nickell team if Moss and Bathurst cannot duplicate that effort.
By the way, in the previous board, it was 2-note trump by East down 1, undoubled, I guess. So, not going to be a whole lot of a swing, just 3 imps, we think.
It's just been pointed out to me that at the Levin Weinstein table on board 42, the West player doubled a 5-diamond call along the way, which may have been very helpful in the play, and also ironically could have led to if I guess East West would have had to run to hearts, because 4 diamonds doubled and redoubled would make a lot of tricks.
Whoa! It just jumps right there, huh?
5-diamond call he doubled. And it looks like maybe the Blackwood response to 5-diamond was doubled, but North just bid 6 spades.
Well, North just did 6 spades here, so let's see if Moss is as good a guesser as Bathurst was.
So Declare does not have the defense has not spilled the beans about the diamond suit at this table, so he's on his own.
Well, one key might be no ace of diamonds lead. Of course, Rodwell's got a safe queen of hearts anyway, so that probably won't mean too much. And an even safer jack of clubs lead. They have 2 diamonds doubled as down 2 on that hand, is what it was entered. I thought we said it was down 1.
Maybe Moss did indeed play the spade in the end position.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, club return would be a pretty lousy play when you think about it. Well, with Declare having a pitch on the club, it's just a straight 50-50 guess, as far as I can tell.
don't think there's anything he can really go on to help him on this hand.
No, he's going to have to rough a couple of hearts and dummy. I mean, it's just that's just all that's left, I think. Wow.
I think the play at this table will be the same as the play at the other table up until the trick where Declare leads the Jack of Diamonds from dummy after having rough two hearts, drawn trumps, and cashed the ace, king, queen of clubs. And Declare will either get it or he won't. And 1,500 and either a push or 1,530.
Yeah, well, the other table declared didn't bother cashing the ace king of hearts in the end position, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to come down to the diamond guess. Well, one thing Bathurst might do is maybe play the diamond fairly, soon, because, well, I guess he has to draw a trump, but I mean, while the threat of the club discard is there, and they don't know just how many tricks he has, I don't know. We'll see.
If he did that before drawing trumps, it would be unfortunate if diamonds were 4-0.
No, I think he has to draw trumps, but let's say if he has to, but he has to take the heart rust if he's going to do that. Okay, he can't really do anything else, can he? If we're going to get down to the inevitable, inevitably.
Rough with the jack, but why not live dangerously and rough with the ace and open yourself up to an over rough? It's more exciting that way.
Now, I don't think anything's known about the North hand, so in particular, it may not be clear to the defenders how many hearts North has.
Although if he needed to rough another heart, maybe he would have tried to do so before drawing trumps.
Well, there's this thing about entries. And Rodwell's, got a few concerns. He's concerned about Declara having a fifth heart. He's also concerned about Declara having 4 clubs. I'm just not really sure exactly what information Rodwell has here. But it doesn't seem like Declare should have 5 hearts, does it?
Joanna is wondering if he pitches a heart on this and then Declare finds out that he started with Queen Jack 5th of hearts, might then decide to not play him to not have the ace for not overcalling 1 heart over the strong club. It depends on your proclivities and how aggressive overcalls against the precision clubs. I don't think a 1 heart overcall of 1 club does a whole lot of damage to the precision players. It doesn't take up any room, so unless your partner can raise the level, you may just be tipping your hand to the declaring side. So it's
that's the whole reason for overcall. That's the whole reason for overcalling. The overcall doesn't do any damage. It's the raise that does.
The general approach that I think is best against strong club is if you're going to get in there, try to get to 2 of a major on the first round of the bidding. Either you bid 1 and your partner raises to 2, or you jump to 2, but you don't really need to get too much higher than that to disrupt their auction, or higher at all than that. And you kind of get out before they can figure out whether or not to penalize you.
Okay, Rodwell did in fact hang on to his hearts. That was good for him. Maybe for exactly that reason. He worked out that pitching a club wasn't a danger. Wow. I guess he just must have made up his mind.
Oh, well done by Brad, and push forward, saved their lead.
They're just doing everything right. What can I say? Sort of the reverse of the way things were earlier in the match. The other room, Levin and Weinstein crawled up to 3 hearts, but that did not fare very well. Went down a couple of tricks. Here, after the light opening bid, they're going to crawl up to more than 3 hearts.
Well, 3 hearts is...
3-note trump is not down, by the way. Not necessarily.
Yeah, there's no real reason on this hand why no trumps will do worse than hearts. You may as well, if you're going to play at the 3 level, play in the one that gets the game bonus.
That could be a big Wilkinson 8 of hearts.
Well, when you're 4-3-3 ops at 4-3-3, it's pretty hard to imagine that hearts can be better. So they could if they get
hearts right, right?
Well, if he gets everything right, he takes 3 hearts, 3 spades, 1 diamond, and 2 clubs. But he'll have to get everything right, including an anti-percentage play in diamonds.
Yeah, I think the diamond play is what's gonna wind up thinking that. A lot of running luck up to that point, but that's probably what happened in 3 hearts also, because 3 hearts is essentially the same as 3-no trump.
Yeah, and the other room, 3 hearts was down 2, so even if he only gets that wrong, he'll pick up 2 imps.
No, he's going to get the diamonds right. Do you see
They had
why?
the ace of diamonds against hearts.
No, look what's going to happen. The opponents are going to set up the spades, but if he knocks out the heart and club first, he's going to be forced to guess the diamonds right, because if Rodwell has a diamond, they'd have the setting trick. Oh my gosh. And he's probably going to guess the hearts right, because that's I think the more convenient thing to do, because he's going to want to play the clubs from dummy. He might fall into making this. That's scary. But not today.
Yeah, I think he's going to go 2 down now.
I'm really surprised he went the hearts the way he did. I think Mexdorf and Rod will play fourth best leads. And if they do, you play the person who's led from a 4-card suit to have a length from the other suits, not shortness. And I think he's going. Is he down 2 only or down 3 now? The spade's going to get set up and cashed. So the defense will get 2 hearts, 1 club, 1 spade, and 2 diamonds. Yeah, that's down 2. I'm sorry.
Well, North-South can't play and declare double dummy all the time. Extras and Rodwell might have been wondering if there were any mirrors in the room after some of the earlier boards. But this confirms there are indeed not. a shame South didn't have a 3 to contribute to that trick.
Well, there's only oh yeah, I guess he could have, couldn't he? In theory.
Ace King suited wins the pot in the end position after 3 of a kind on an earlier trick. Poker has broken out here at the U.S. Bridge Championships Finals. 17 boards left to play and a very tight match. So it looks like this is a hand for East-West to have their bidding shoes on. A potential diamond slam in the works.
A potential diamond slam it is. They're only off an ace and the queen of trumps. But they're not off the queen of trumps.
The one spade is a positive with hearts, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, if West bids 2 diamonds, East might haul out an exclusion bid.
The vulnerability was wrong for North-South to get involved here, so East-West will have the options themselves.
2 hearts is a... well, it doesn't show hearts. I don't know what it does show. See, I'm looking... they say 1 spade is artificial game force, either 5 plus hearts or 11 to 13 balance.
I would assume in most strong club auctions it would be the one club opener that would be asking the questions and the partner who'd be answering them.
Yeah, they did bid and make the slam at the other table. Boy, they're not doing anything wrong. Okay, I'm getting a message from Al that 2 heart bid shows diamonds. I would think that East would just take control opposite that. And he basically just needs key cards outside of clubs. Yeah, I'm sure they'll get the slam, but it doesn't look like the right way to do things.
Well, I don't think we know what any of the bids mean, Kit. I'm sure that Nickell do, and I'm sure they'll get to a sensible contract.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure they'll get to 6 diamonds. It's just that it seems to me that once you find a partner has 5 diamonds, don't you just want a bid exclusion and be done with this? I mean, whatever answer partner gives you, you're going to make the right decision.
Yeah, it's a fair comment.
and I'd find it hard to believe that they wouldn't have an exclusion bid available at that point.
Well, East West have found their way into the rather cold six diamond contract as well. The Ace of Clubs and King Queen of Hearts are not completely wasted if they allow you to draw trumps and not have to worry about taking care of an additional loser. In Challenge the Champs, I'm sorry, in Test Your Play, when you catch the Ace of Diamonds, North shows out. That's not going to happen here. East has the declarership in diamonds, so South's on lead, no question. North trying to lay down the Ace of Hearts. So South will have sort of the normal club, although he knows that East is voiding club, so it may be more dangerous than otherwise. Although what else to leave?
He knows East is voiding clubs? How does he know that?
From reading the table commentary from the view graph operator, who says that they questioned Maxroth, you showed a club. Maxroth said you showed a club void, and Eric said yes.
Oh, they really know what they're doing. Okay. So, does anything happen if Moss ducks his Ace of Hearts here? The declare had 8 diamond tricks, 2 spade tricks is 10, Hearts 11, a club's 12. I guess it won't matter.
Claire has the entries to rough out the heart now, I think, so can take 13 tricks.
Oh, right, yeah, that's true. We can set up a long heart. Alright, so, 1 imp to Nickell.
They're a second swing of the set. In the very first quarter of the match, there were just 2 swings to diamond for the longest time. One of them was 22 imps.
Yeah, that 22 imp is looking pretty big now, isn't it?
I think we're going to close this out with an all vulnerable part score battle. East-West have 8 spades and less than half the deck.
Well, it's not going to be a battle. North-South will North-South's just going to open one no trump and play it there. The battle will be on the defense.
The battle and the auction is over.
If Mextroth leads a heart, Declare is going to have 3 hearts, 3 clubs, and a diamond off the top. And that is a suit I hate to lead from.
Eric led a club from Jack fourth, which isn't a whole lot better than from Ace Jack fourth, but on this hand was quite a lot better.
Worst holding. Well, that would be my lead. And by God, it hits a 5-card suit.
Mission accomplished.
Now, will Bathurst be clever enough to duck this? That's the big question.
If it's a standard Jack, could be from Ace Jack 10. I'm not sure that they play standard Jacks though.
No, they play Roost now. But I think he'll be clever enough to duck it. And how's Mextroth going to ever read the position? In fact, Rodwell will encourage. Rodwell will think it's a normal Roost now. And there it is. And 7 tricks roll home. Another swing.
Well, well done by North-South. Well done by the Diamond team in general this set. They played very well. A couple of little errors here and there to cost a trick, but all the big decisions they got right.
This is going to give them a quite healthy lead going into the last set. This is another 5 imps above a 27-imp lead. It's big, but certainly not insurmountable, as we have seen.
Well, thank you, Kit and Michael. I'm gonna sign off now. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Okay, see everybody in a few minutes.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.